Did the 49ers just peg with the Dolphins at third overall, the guy who they want, and never knock on the door with the Jets? What can you tell me about all of their maneuverings at the top of the draft and who it might be for?
Well, it reminded me exactly of what the Jets did in 2018 when 6 weeks before the draft they moved from number 6 to number 3. They invested 3 second-round picks in that flip-flop they did with the Colts. And once you do that, once you lock into that spot, what you are telling the world is no matter who the first 2 picks are, we sufficiently love whoever would be left over. So if you've got 3 guys that you would gladly make your franchise quarterback, your guy for the next 10 or 15 years, a player for whom you eventually are giving up 3 first-round picks and a third-round pick. And let's not confuse that. All this talk in the current offseason about 3 first-round picks as a starting point for Deshaun Watson, 3 first-round picks offered for Russell Wilson. The 49ers will have given up 3 1s and a 3 to get this guy, whoever it is. And they presumably would be thrilled if Trevor Lawrence falls to 3. He won't. If Zach Wilson falls to 3, he likely won't. And then they've got a third guy, whether it's Mac Jones, whether it's Justin Fields, whether it's Trey Lance. There's a quarterback that they're happy to take even after the Jaguars and the Jets have secured dibs on 1 and 2. And it's clearly a quarterback after the press conference yesterday with Coach Kyle Shanahan and GM John Lynch. It's clearly a quarterback. The question now is, who is it? And they got 30 days to continue to hold that close to their vest and enjoy the fact. And this is part of it too, Rich. They get to enjoy the fact for the next 30 days the 49ers and what they're going to do with the third overall pick is all anyone's going to talk about. It's free publicity for the brand for the next 30 days. just like with remember the Rams 2016? Jeff Fisher loved every second of having the first overall pick in the draft, and he wasn't telling anybody what we already knew. They were taking Jared Goff because he loved the fact that the Rams had the first overall pick in the draft for weeks before they had to actually call out a name.
Well, I mean, Justin Fields ran a 4.44 earlier today, Mike, and it just led me to take a pause on the Zach Wilson Broadway Zach or Zach's Fifth Avenue, as I saw on my Twitter feed earlier today. That usually things change and rumors fly and positions change. Do you think it's possible that the Jets do have some sort of intrigue at 2 overall, and that includes eventually keeping Sam Darnold, that they're so damn close to the vest on all of this? Mike?
Well, I think when Zach Wilson rolled right to left and threw that laser down the field on Friday at his pro day, that probably ended any debate or discussion about what the Jets, who have been trying and failing since Joe Namath to have a franchise quarterback, a true franchise quarterback, year in and year out, guy that's going to make you a contender. When you see that Mahomesian quality in a guy who's entering the NFL and you've earned the spot, you don't have to trade up. You're there.
Yes.
You're not giving up anything. This is the reward for being crap last year. This is great, falling right into their hands because the Jaguars are clearly taking Trevor Lawrence. I got a theory, Rich, and they make fun of me on the show. They call me Conspiracy Mike when I say this, but I got a theory that Urban Meyer, the Jaguars coach, specifically didn't go to the Zach Wilson Pro Day because he didn't want to have any doubts in his mind as he stood there and, as he says, likes to hear the ball come out of the guy's hands. He just didn't want to do it. He knows he's taking Lawrence, and he doesn't want to have to reconsider or reevaluate after he gets blown away by Zach Wilson. So I think it's definitely Wilson at 2. The question is, what does Kyle Shanahan have up his sleeve at number 3?
Well, what's your best guess? We're hearing, Daniel Jeremiah stopped me in my tracks when he came on yesterday, and he says that the general consensus is Mac Jones, and that's the guy who everyone was, in New England was targeting. Maybe Belichick could just sit in the middle of the first round and get Mac Jones, and that now seems like an official pipe dream. Certainly seeing Mac at his pro day today. What do you think about all that?
The thing I love about Mac Jones, and I don't know whether it's the equipment manager's fault at Alabama, he just doesn't look like a football player. He doesn't look like his pads fit. He looks like Andy Reid at the PPK competition early 1970s, right? It's like Bobby Lane, Joe Cap throwback, but the guy can do it all. The guy's got the footwork. The guy's got the accuracy. The guy's got all the skills to run Kyle Shanahan's offense. And I'll defer to Chris Sims, who played at Texas with Kyle Shanahan, has known him for years, and even though Shanahan won't tell Sims anything because he's a big mouth and he'll blab it, Sims knows the way Shanahan thinks, and he knows what quarterbacks are suited to plug right in to the Shanahan offense and operate it the way that Shanahan wants it to be operated. That's the big thing with Shanahan. I remember 2011, after the lockout ended, and there was question who the quarterback was going to be in Washington when the contenders were like John Beck and Rex Grossman. Grossman said, I know how to win this job. All I have to do is do exactly what Shanahan wants me to do. That's what he looks for. He's basically the kid with the joystick on the sideline with the quarterback doing exactly what Shanahan wants. He's devised plays that will work against the defenses that he knows are coming, and you will win if you can just deliver it the way that he wants. And Sims believes, as do others apparently, that Mac Jones is the guy who fits that criteria for Kyle Shanahan.
So if the Jets are taking that offense with them with Robert Saleh and Mike LaFleur, why don't they take Mac Jones? Since you want to have Broadway Joe's successor finally be, why not have it somebody from the same school? Why not that?
Well, that's a good point, and I think if that would happen, Kyle Shanahan would be thrilled to have Zach Wilson still on the board, because I think Wilson is all that stuff, plus the crossbody throw with 1 foot on the ground, no feet on the ground, all arm. Forget about the obsession over mechanics. This is a guy who's got that shortstop quality that Mahomes has, funny body motion, any arm position, he can deliver the ball. So it's everything that Mac Jones has plus a little bit more. Not that it's a huge gap,
sure,
but it's enough of a gap that my guess is Shanahan would love it if there's some sort of a Jedi mind trick going on here and the Jets end up deciding that Mac Jones is their right pick.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.